There we go. That delay is weird. I need to figure out how to fix that.
Don't ask too many questions. Come the vessel of a between two suggestions.
Let me move my mic over here so you can hear me actually. Still talking. Anyways. Alright, I'm gonna remove everything from the packaging. Well, everything that I need open, I'm gonna open real fast. Just to get it out of my way. I'm kind of curious how these write. What ink size or what pencil lead did this? What? What? What'd I do this time? Well, what didn't I do for real? But here, stare at my. Where's it at? There it is. Stare at my axolotl for a second. Or you could stare at the fox. I don't really care which one. I'll go. I'll get the fox too. There he is. Stare at him for a second. I was about to say, the fuck I do this time? I know a lot of unnecessary shit, but like, not this time. Apparently, anyways. I should just talk about the fact that I was streaming for the first time in weeks, which is not bad. Of course. Yeah, that second job. Yeah, I'm working 7 days a week now with that. So, exhaustion level is like max. I'm fucking tired. So, if I'm not as energetic as usual, that's why. I'm fucking exhausted, bro. Oh, I forgot some of my stuff. Hold on. Oh, don't look at my ugly ass floor. Or my chair. My chair is ugly too. Yeah, I'm working 7 days a week. Anywhere between 9 and 12 hours a day. I'm fucking tired. And then I just got like a really bad kidney infection too. So I was recovering from the kidney infection. Was still working during said kidney infection. Well, I was working at Dollar Tree during the kidney infection. I took off from the pharmacy. So on. I took off from the pharmacy because they were having me work like 8 to 10 hour days, and I was fucking tired. I was like, between being sick, I cannot work this pharmacy right now. Like I can't. Um, like it screwed. Don't get me wrong. Like I know very well it screwed them over because I was the only one working that day. But honestly, I kind of don't care. I love my pharmacy coworkers. I do, but I spent long enough prioritizing work over my health, and I'm exhausted from doing so. So, as much as I would have loved to have been there for them and to be like, oh, I'm seriously. Is our neighbor really blowing something? I cannot stand our neighbors. You done? I'm glad y'all just can't hear that. You probably can hear it when I talk, but you can't hear it like just continuously. My fucking apartment building annoys the piss out of me. Whatever. I don't even know what the fuck they're doing. They're just loud. And you know, to be honest, I don't give a fuck what they're doing. They just need to do it somewhere else. Yeah, I figured you could probably um hear it when I talk. My window and everything is closed, so I don't know like what the fuck they're doing, but it's loud. Hold on, I'll be right back. All right. Yeah, they're fucking leaf blowing. Like, why? It's still the middle of fall. Leaves are, or essentially winter now. Leaves are still fucking falling. Even if you do all of this right now, guess what? They're gonna be all back. And it just fucking rained. So because it just rained, like, the leaves are going to be sticking. Which way do I open this from? Vacuum sealed. That's like, really, bro? Really? Yeah, I could smell the fucking gasoline. Dude, it's dark out here right now. So they're doing this in the dark, basically. Like, really, dude? Really? Fucking shit's annoying, dude. I hate living here. I will be so fucking glad when I'm out of here. I mean, I won't be out of Connecticut for a while, but ultimately, have they ever heard of fucking? I mean, I know it ain't quiet hours yet, but its quiet hours aren't even until like 6 o'clock, but or 10 o'clock. But still, there's fucking like babies that are going down for naps. There's old people who might be trying to take naps. Like, what the fuck, guys? I did a horrible job packaging that, but oh well. It's packaged. Where's my little roll of stickers? There it is. Like, normally they do this shit at night or in the morning, which is like where they should be doing it. Not in the middle of the fucking day. Alright, whatever. Those are trashed ones. So I don't know at this point. I wouldn't be surprised if the old people start complaining, because what the fuck? Where's like a keychain? I know I just did one. Let me get all these bookmarks done first. I have a shit ton of bookmarks. I have all these bookmarks sitting here. Let me get these done first. And then I can, because these ones suck to package because I don't have like bookmark packaging. I have keychain packaging, which these aren't keychains, so they kind of struggle in the packaging a little bit. And I really don't like these black bows. Like, they're pretty, but like, well, see, around here, morning wouldn't be as bad because like a lot of people are going off to school or they're going like to work. So a lot of people around here are already awake in the morning and are either gone or like about to be gone. A lot of like the doctor's offices and the corporations and stuff around here are beginning to close at this time. So that means like there's a lot of people who are coming home at this time wanting to wind down from a long day of work. So that's why I think the morning is better for this instead of right fucking now. I'll package all these later. I just want to get the pictures and the stuff taken them first. Because I have a lot that I've been putting off doing just because I was busy. I was busy with work, which is shitty because I was really not wanting to work this much, but there's a cat hair on this. Minxie was up here earlier, so there's freaking cat hair on my desk now. After I literally just vacuumed it all off, she jumps up here and puts more. It's like, you little shit. And because these are silicone, cat hair just sticks to them. Because Etsy makes you take at least 15-second videos for these. Which is fine. And then I'll use my little notebook to put the bookmark down into to show like how it kind of hangs off. Let's do it like this. Why? I think just to show like the product in use. I think is like why they want you to, but I think it's dumb. I mean, somewhat dumb. Like it's whatever though. Yeah, they want to see it like in use, people actually touching it, like, you know, like showing that it's a, because also with the rise of like AI being such an issue, people can't really tell like what if it's like a real product or not. So I think the video also helps people see that you're actually getting like that object. Like it's not basically you're not getting scammed. I think that's another reason why. Like you actually get to see that the item in the images is the item that you're receiving. Which I get that part because the rise in AI has like been awful for people like of all business types really. Oh yeah, no, sometimes you can absolutely tell if it's a real product or not. Because some of the pictures just look so fake. Like so staged, so fake. Um you can absolutely tell. Which I'm going ahead and packaging this one because I don't have a baggy sleeve to put him in. He doesn't have a baggy. I can shove him back in like the other one did. Oh, I did him backwards. Hold on. Put him in backwards. Shit. Well, that's not helping him stay clean from cat hair. Look a fucking mess right now, but I really needed to get. I need an alcohol swab now because he fell right into a thing of cat hair. And once I package him, I'm not taking him back out. Okay. Well, then he's not getting packaged yet because I need to clean him. I won't send anybody. I won't send somebody a dirty thing. It's baggy tour, so I'm gonna throw both of these away. They go together. Oops. Right. There are people that do though. There's people that shop online and they are like looking for a certain item and they think they found it and then what they actually receive is not it. Happens quite often. That's why it's a mega issue now. No, just give me the pin. I don't want the pin refill. Give me the pin. That's the other problem with these like baggies for these pins. They get like stuck in there because the silicone like beads get caught on the plastic. But yeah, there are people who do. And it's usually people who don't normally shop online. So like they don't know what they're supposed to be looking out for, basically. Um which is unfortunate, but shit happens, you know. Oh my god, here comes a leaf blower again. Thankfully you can't hear it from like where I'm at. Now I finally got rid of it. Not even just elderly, like there's some people who were raised with like parents and stuff that just don't trust the internet, which is fair. And they maybe just never were allowed to shop online. So they don't really like have the experience to be shopping online, which then leads them to be easily scammed. Or there's people who, you know, fall into like the fad websites, for instance, like um when Temu first came out, Temu was a fad website, still is, but people were um, getting scammed because they didn't know what to look out for in the Temu listings. So because they didn't know what else to look out for, they were unfortunately falling victim to a lot of the this is what Temu shows, but that's not what you actually get. Apparently people didn't learn from Wish. A very popular one. In fact, I actually opened a store on Temu to sell this stuff too. So everything I gets listed on my Etsy also gets listed on Temu. But unlike scammers, I'm an actual store. You can even go to the Etsy to verify if you didn't want to purchase on Temu. Which I would not blame anybody for not wanting to purchase on Temu. I get a lot of my packaging supplies from Temu just because it's a lot cheaper. But so a lot of my honestly, I used Wish a lot when when it was still a pretty popular one. And honestly, I didn't really have any issues getting like tricked, so to say. I think for me, the worst thing that happened on Wish was just like the items being um just really like made out of cheap materials. Which I mean, like, because I was a kid, I was a teenager, I was like, I don't know, like 16, 17. So for me, cheap items meant were accessible for me basically. Um so I didn't get tricked, but I would get like clothing and the clothing would be like paper thin, would tear the first time you wash it, etc. Which obviously was a problem. But I mean, what else could I do? I didn't have access to I wasn't able to afford to get clothes from other stores. So, because at 17, I was already married and living on my own. And so I never got scammed. Just because the item was always as described. It's just cheaper than like cheaply made. More cheaper made than I expected, basically. Which I should have known, but if it appears, as the saying goes, if it appears too good to be true, it probably is. These are kind of blurry. I don't. My hands are shaky because I haven't really eaten much today. Like I've eaten, just not as much as I should have been. Yeah, pretty much. Or like another thing that I saw a lot with the Wish stuff is that it would be it would say it was licensed, but when you would receive it, it would be very obvious the thing was like printed very poorly onto, whatever. So it was like somebody just took the image and screen printed it basically um onto the item rather than it actually being made on it. I mean, depending on who it is, people do have like, so there are some brands that do partner with websites like Temu and stuff just because they know that the the recognition and the accessibility of Temu is going to be higher. So there are actually a lot of brands, believe it or not, that like big brands that do partner. But on the Temu listing, um, it'll be like, oh, trusted brand or whatever, you know, like it'll tell you. So that's one of the things I like. About what Temu that Wish didn't have, because Wish did not have brands like actual big brands partnering with them. And I know this shows a Temu bag, but this was a bead bag. This had beads in it. Excuse me, I got a hiccup. Holy fuck! Oh, that hiccup. I did put. Actually, I can package this now. I was waiting to take photos of it before I packaged it. I should have brought some alcohol swabs over so I could like clean these as I went. But I also do warn in all of my listings that these come from a cat household, so the possibility of cat fur is is there. Obviously, I try to keep the cats off of my stuff. And I do my best to make sure that there's no cat hair when I ship it. But unfortunately, cats kind of do whatever the fuck cats want to do, and cat hair is just as bad. So unfortunately, sometimes cat hair is still on my stuff, despite how much I try for it not to. That too, like I want to be completely transparent when I ship something and be like, hey, I have cats. I will clean everything before I send it, but it is possible you will still get a stray cat hair. I do my best to make sure you don't, but it is entirely possible that you will. Because unfortunately, my cats are just little shits. And cats are gonna cat. Oh my god. Plastic's on plastic too, apparently. So it's in every listing that is a possibility of something you can expect. Just as like a disclaimer, because if somebody is allergic, I don't want them purchasing something and then getting a cat hair and then having an allergic reaction. That was another thing. Because cat dandruff comes in all like cat dandruff can be kind of sneaky, and if you even if there's not oh, excuse me, and even if there's not directly a cat hair that you can see, if it has just been near cats, you can still have an allergic reaction. And because I do make a lot of these on my bed when I'm laying down or like just relaxing, it is unfortunately something that like the cats do sleep on my bed 90% of the time. So that's just kind of the reality of owning cats and trying to run any kind of small business when you don't have an office. Because I don't have an office right now. Like my computer, my office is my bedroom. So I don't have a way to separate things at the moment. Because believe me, if I did, I 100% would have stuff separated at the moment. I need to use this one. This one's funny. There's a 99% chance I don't care. Which is like me all the time. I don't care. Like, okay, for now I'm gonna stop taking pictures. Just because that's already several that I can list. And obviously I have my little mushroom pen, which I will take pictures of later. But I want to actually make something. Because I got these in the mail this morning. It is me, like 100%. People, like, when they start talking to me about something, they'll stop and be like, are you even going to care about this? And and 90% of the time I look at them and be like, I'm going to be 100% honest. No. Oh, shit, where's my keychains? Back here. Reach. Oh, I got little arms. This is why I need Wolf all the time to grab shit for me. Because I got little arms. There we go. I am struggling. Okay, so I need a keychain bar, which is in here. Keychain bar. Oh, shit. And then I need beads. I do. I have little T-Rex arms. Like, I'm really tall. Don't get me wrong. But for some, I have a long torso and very short reach. Um. Okay, so it's blue, pink, white, pink, blue. Okay, so then we'll do. Like, I am. Like, unfortunately, tiniest reach. Tiniest fucking reach, bro. I don't mean to, but I was born that way. I was born that way. Wait, what was it? Was it blue, pink, and then blue? Yeah, blue, pink. So we'll do blue. Honestly, I would not doubt it. Blue, pink, and then those beads are going to be the white. And then pink, blue. Wolf has really long arms. He has a shorter torso, but longer arms. And it's annoying. Because I have to, like, constantly get him to grab shit for me. H, E, H, I don't know if these are even gonna fit, or I'll see. These bars aren't that long. Okay. So it's I have to screw these on. They don't fit. I need to play the new Phas map. Blue ink. Because there's a new like diner map and I've never played it before. So I think I really want to play it. Okay. Blue pink. And then H E. Yeah, I don't think these are all gonna fit. No. Okay, so we'll do HE then. So we'll just do HE. Yeah, there's a haunted diner and I really want to play it. White. I have some other stuff. What am I looking for? This one. I'm looking for this one. I'm trying to figure out how I want to do this because I want to make it fit. Oh, that's what she said. But let's take this pink off. Okay, yeah. Put this one on. Then do he. Right. And do this. And then do this. Look, Trigon's not here to do it, so I gotta do it. I gotta do it myself. I gotta do it my damn self. Resident dad joke's not here. Well, shit. I don't even know where he's at. Honestly, did I even text him that I was streaming? I don't think I did. No. I could not, but I could. But I could. And so I shall. Read this one now. Move that over. And I need that. What color? Oh, here we go. This one will work. Let me text him. First time in freaking weeks I'm going live. Not my fault. Well, very much my fault, but you get the idea. I needs to get in here. And I need to get this one. Then I have some stuff that's not like really handmade, but it's like I've put it together, but it's not handmade. And I need to just list and I'll put it on there that like I didn't make this. So people know that it's not handmade, that it's just put together. Because I just want to get rid of them. I've had them for a while. And I'm really just looking to get rid of them. Oh shit. Dropped my little jump ring baggie. I was really, really about to freak out. I didn't want it to fall. I got new pliers at the store the other night. My hands are so shaky because I haven't eaten. My blood sugar is crashing hard right now, I think. Well, it's not so much I think, I know it is. That's why I'm shaking so bad. Okay. There we go. My little he. I'll make a she version too, I guess. I don't really know how to do the she version though, because she's 3. And I guess I could just forego like this big pink bead right here. And do or forego this blue one up here. I don't know. Figure it out. But yeah. Where'd the baggie go? Where'd the baggie of this keychain? What did I do with it? Did it get blown off by my fan? I bet it did. Well, that's annoying. Yeah. My hands are like, I don't know if you can see them, but they're shaking so bad. Because I forgot to eat today. I forgot to eat. It's oopsie daisies. Hold on. If anything, I'll just order food. Leave me alone. I forgot. Hold on. Oh, I can't even order them because. I was gonna say I would order some food, but I'm not broke. Like I could, I guess. Wait, what? Oh, Discovery Plus, right? All right. Look, it's not. I just forget to eat. It's not intentional. I just forget. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I'll probably just take an Uber down to the grocery store later because Wolf's gone already. In the meantime, I will eat a chocolate bar. Or I could just like go quickly heat up a hot pocket. I don't know. God knows what I want to do, honestly. I could order food, but I don't really want to. I've been ordering a lot of food lately. Here it is. Yeah. Oh, my foot's asleep. Yeah. God damn it. We'll do another pink. Pink. And let's do a pink flower for the sheet. I don't really think about it anymore, honestly. Like, my stomach doesn't even tell me it's hungry until I'm about to basically puke. Which is pretty much where I'm at right now. Yeah, I might as well grab one of those ones too. I've got a bunch of like blood drop beads that I had gotten for Halloween themed stuff, but then Halloween kind of came and went before I realized it. So I bought some true crime beads to do true crime stuff instead. So okay. So I do need a light blue. Um, if y'all can hear that screaming, Phoebe is like genuinely screeching at my door right now. Let's do that pink bead. Um, let me see how these are gonna fit first before I go in. You can hear me opening that plastic. I'm sorry, but plastic's not loud. There's nothing I can do about that. Okay. So put this one. She does. She wants to be let in. That's exactly what she wants. Okay, so we're gonna put this. It'll go in the hole. Yes, I'm aware of what I just said. No, I'm not. Okay. And then do. So this is the bottom. So we'll do the E needs to go. Then the H needs to go. S. Yeah. That's what I was kind of worried about, because since these are three, there's not as much room to do the opposite, because then you would do like pink and blue. But there's not as much room to do that because of this is three beads instead of honestly, Phoebe's actually just been using the bathroom on our stuff, and that's why I'm not having her in here right now. It's because, like, as much as I love her, I'm tired of cleaning up messes. I just spent like a whole hour today, like, mopping and scrubbing and like just cleaning up a spot that I didn't even know she was using. I found it when I moved one of my boxes into the closet. I found that she'd been going to the bathroom behind that box, and I didn't know until because like it was mostly just pee, so I never smelt anything. And then like by the time I found, she had already went to the bathroom like a lot. So I spent forever bleaching and like, well, not bleaching because obviously don't want to create fucking mustard gas, but I spent a lot of time earlier using a bunch of cleaning products and like cleaning up the mess. So, and like mopping the floor and scrubbing the floor. Like I even took a magic eraser to the floor. I was like, bro, I'm getting so tired of this. Like I know she does it because she's old and like I don't think she can really make it downstairs because she's 10 now. So I don't think she can make it downstairs. Which, like, don't get me wrong. I get it that she's old. She's 10. She's 10 now. Which is pretty old for a cat because like they reach senior age at like they're officially geriatric at 8. Phoebe was 9, 9.5. Now she's, she should be about 10. So like her age probably plays a huge part in it. But that being said, I don't want to keep having to clean up those messes that she makes. And Wolf won't do it because he's fed up. Which I can't entirely blame him because we've had to clean up a lot of messes. Like the year that we have lived here, her bathroom habit got way worse. Because she didn't do this back in Kentucky. She didn't, like, every so often she would use the bathroom on something she shouldn't. And it was usually because I took too long to change her litter box. And that would be like her being like, hey, my litter box needs to get changed. If you don't change it, I'm just going to shit on your stuff. Which cats do that. Oh, hold on. I hate when they randomly call. It's my advising for college. They always tend to just call kind of randomly. And like, okay, sure. Like, I'll answer the call, but like, when I'm in the middle of doing something, I don't want to answer the calls. Which, I mean, I don't have to. My advisor's really cool. He knows if I don't answer, I'm probably just at work or something. He never mandates, like, answering his calls, which is great. There's some advisors that actually do. My hand is shaking so bad. It's hard to write anything right now. Or it's hard to type, but yeah. Obviously, I'm very annoyed with my school right now. I'm actually quite pissed off with my school, to be honest. Um, because I currently have 2 disciplinary marks on my fucking school record for things that are bullshit. So, and I'm pretty like ticked off because I'm trying to transfer out of the country with my school, so the fact that like those are on my record now is not like great. So we're in one of my electives was a nonfiction course. I don't like nonfiction. I have never been good at it. I don't like to talk about myself as much as like it may seem that way because of like streaming and stuff. I really don't. Not in like a professional setting. Like at work I'm mostly mute and quiet and I don't participate very much in group activities. Um so, doing like a course where your final project is a personal essay about a topic of your choosing was a fucking nightmare for me. Right? Like I was almost late constantly with the assignments because I just genuinely didn't want to do them. And every single assignment, I think I literally put like, I don't do nonfiction, so I don't like this class. Like I was bitter over this class. Okay. Um, and I did not want to do it. Well, I used, so I did write my paper, wrote it all, wrote all of my classmates' critiques, and you know, and like, and my teacher suggested following a template because I wasn't writing that well. No surprise I wasn't writing that well. Again, I didn't really want to do the class, so I was like, all right, fine. So I take her template and I write out what I need to write out. Then I go over to, you know, Chat GPT, and I make sure my formatting is correct. I'm like, you know, I write through. Now keep in mind, I wrote the whole thing by myself. I had proof that I had wrote the whole thing by myself. Literally the only thing that I used ChatGPT for was the formatting, because I fucking suck at formatting. So I pasted in her template that she gave me, and I asked ChatGPT to please make sure, like, my prompt was to ensure that my paper followed this, like, this template without rewriting anything. So keep in mind, like, never rewrote anything, never used it to write for me, etc. So that's what it did. And the teacher, I guess, didn't like the fact that my writing had improved, because I had started working on like these fucking review, because we had to like critique our classmates' work. And keep in mind, this is the only class I've ever used AI in. I've done everything by hand, the hard way, for every other class. So I have 13%. So I'm like writing and doing it, and then I guess she checked the metadata, which it does tell you, hey, like, you know, there is some, you know, copy paste or whatever in it, which is fine. Because, and then when she asked me, you know, did I have help writing it, I even told her straight up, like, I was like, I used ChatGPT to format the paper because I don't really know how to do formatting that well. I'm not very good at it. Never once hid that from her. Never once tried to be like, oh yeah, you know, I wrote everything by hand, I formatted by hand. No, never claimed I did. Told her straight honestly where I used ChatGPT, what it was used for, how I did it. Gave her the draft and showed her like the work that I had put in, and she failed it anyways, claiming it was somehow I plagiarized myself. So yeah, somehow I plagiarized myself, despite the fact that I had proof that ChatGPT wrote nothing for me. And then I wrote everything myself, just used it for formatting to stick to her template. Yep. So she sent that to student, which she told me she wasn't going to file a report. And then she did anyways. Like, she said, oh, well, you know, if you're honest about what, like, you did, like, I'll, you know, I won't file a report with the admin or whatever. So I, you know, and I was honest even before she said that. I was like, I don't really have a reason to lie. Like, I don't see a problem using this tool to, like, format my paper. It didn't rewrite anything. Like, I double checked it to the draft. Everything was the same. Everything was my own writing, my own work. But to her, nothing was. And she failed me for that. So when I submitted my final project, she accused it of being entirely AI and failed it, which made me fail the course. So, and then they gave me a mark for the critiques that I did for my fellow students, and then they gave me a mark for the draft or the final project, despite the fact that I had proof that both things were written entirely by me. I even, showed her the prompt that I put in, showed her the screenshot of what I asked it to do, and she still said that I plagiarized, despite all the proof that I didn't. So, and how can I plagiarize a critique of a work that we did in that class that has never been written anywhere else? How is that plagiarism? Like, how? We had never written these papers anywhere else. So how did I take a work from somebody else and create something off of somebody else's work without claiming it if we never did that work anywhere else? Just like riddle me that for 5 seconds. So yeah, I'm pissed off because she failed me despite me being completely transparent about what I used it for, how I used it, and providing all the proof that it was all my own work with no assistance from AI in terms of writing it, that it was just used to format correctly because I was bad at formatting. So, yeah. So now anytime I use it and then manually type everything over. Despite the fact that I'm still writing everything myself, just using it to format. So I just manually have to type everything. Which has led me to being a very unhappy camper with this school right now. And I have to retake that class, which also pisses me off because that's gonna put me back in school for at least another month in that class, which I'm retaking it next semester too. So it's like the teacher and I are gonna be fighting during that class. It's not gonna be a good class for me to be in because the teacher's going to remember and she's going to extra scrutinize every little thing that I do. So I'm not looking forward to that class, and I can assure you I'm going to bullshit every single part of it because of what she did. At the end of the semester, there's a reflection essay and shit that you have to do. I didn't even do it. I did not do the reflection essay, and I did not do the final discussion post because at that point I had already technically have been failed through the course, so there was no point in doing that final little bit of work knowing that I'm going to still have a failing grade regardless. So I actually chose to not do any of the final work because there was no point. None at all. And that pisses me off entirely because I had had nearly a 4.0 the entire time. Until her fucking class. I think I had a 3.98 or something like that. But, oh well, I don't care. At this point. So. Oh yeah. No, she was hypercritical of she nitpicked every little thing that I did that entire class. Which, some stuff, sure. That's the whole point of being a teacher, is to like, teach and like help your students grow, and like that's literally the whole point. But for her to nitpick literally everything, I mean, from day one. And keep in mind, I have not failed any class this entire time. I have not had issues with any other class the entire time I've been in this school, which has been almost 2 years now. So I'm irritated as shit. But what can I do? On it, like, really. If she's gonna be a royal fucking bitch about it, there's nothing I can do except complete the class, bring the GPA back up, maybe take a couple extras, and just to balance out the GPA, and then just go through it with that. Which I know I'm gonna have to pass. I'm gonna have to retake another class anyways. By choice. I'm retaking this one by choice. Because I really want to I gotten a B because like I was really struggling with the like midterms and shit. Or not midterms, but the some of the definitions for the class I had been really struggling with, and got a B at the end of the class. Um, it was gonna be a C, but I brought it up. Um, but she was just like really unnecessary. Like the whole behavior throughout all of it was just really, really unnecessary, really extra, really like just bitter. And I was bitter in the class. Like I hated that class. Every single week I hated opening that class to do my assignment. Like never failed. I hated it. Hated every second of it. And it sucks that I hated it so bad because like I was doing so good with all of my classes being like classes that, even though I didn't like them, I was still getting decent grades. Like the one class I thought I was going to hate, and don't be wrong, I did struggle with this class. Like this class, I put this upside down. This class was frustrating for me to do, but I really thought I was going to hate my screenwriting class because I don't like screenwriting. I've never liked screenwriting. Um, Especially when I'm not getting paid to do it. So I really thought I was going to hate and fail that class. No, ended up getting a perfect A on it, which was hilarious to me. And then the class that I thought I was going to do really well in and like I was going to love being in it, hated it. Every second of it, which was my fiction writing class, which is ironic because that's all I do is fiction. But the difference is the fiction that I was doing in that class was all like formal fiction. Like you didn't get to do creative fiction. You had to do like formal by the book fiction, which is not me whatsoever. Not that I can't, I just don't very well. So I don't do formal fiction very well. Where you have to like follow all these guidelines and stuff. So that class I ended up not doing great in. I didn't do horrible. I think I was like my first A minus or something. Which is not the end of the world, but it was to me. Because it was my very first like not perfect A. And I was pissed. Which is more like me just putting pressure on myself versus like actual pressure. Which I really need to like stop doing. I need to stop stressing myself out so bad, but yet again, what can you do? Oh, so Wolf hates that I bought this sweatshirt the other day. Like he hates that I bought this hoodie. He's so mad at me for doing it. Cause if you didn't realize, one of Wolf's biggest like fears in terms of horror movies is Michael Myers. If he hears it, he actually starts like kind of panicking. He does not like Michael Myers. Like we were at the doctor's office one day, and um somebody had played it. Like I think it was his aunt. She was sitting with us, and she had was scrolling through I think TikTok or something. And of course, it was around Halloween time last year, and it came on as like the sound bite for the TikTok. Scared the shit out of him. He like froze, couldn't think. He was like full on panicking. I was just like, dude, are you okay? And of course he wasn't, because he doesn't do that very well. But I was just like, damn, bro. Because he did not do that well with that. Bro, I have so many commissions on my computer. I need to do something about them. Put them somewhere. Where the fuck am I gonna put these? Okay. I'm actually gonna start wrapping up just because like I'm starving. Well, first off, that's the main thing. I'm starving. I need to go eat. But I'm gonna start working on getting a lot of these uploaded to Etsy, so that a way I can finish. I can get these like going up on there, and I'm going to also be um uploading some of my like ebooks on there basically, and getting those uploaded as well. Yeah. I have a couple that I've rewritten recently that I uploaded on there for like download. If people wanted to download them, I'm probably gonna do physical copies as well, where I order some of the copies of the books physically and like ship them out physically, but I want to wait until probably early next year to do that, just because it's gonna be a lot of money to do that. Money that I don't have right now. Um, oh, I got hiccups. Some stuff I have to still, uh, I have to reformat into the proper like Kindle format. Which I think there was one. Okay. So we'll do. There we go. Because apparently there's certain fonts that look better on ebooks. Apparently, I didn't really think about that before, but yeah. Um. Okay. Did all my stuff on Steam finally update? Yeah. Cool. Because one thing I'm gonna try to do sometime this week. I don't know when, because again, I'm working pretty much 7 days for the week right now. Is I am trying to at least start um finishing some games finally. Because there's quite a few that I've bought recently that I haven't been able to play because of the fact they just don't work with controllers. So I can't play them on my laptop. So I'm working on getting more of that stuff put out. And I think I'm going to take my mic actually and move it over to my laptop, not permanently, just to like start being able to like film stuff over on my laptop. Um, because honestly, I'm really not sitting at my desk as often, which I think is just because I'm fucking in pain, bro. My desk hurts to sit at. And it really is just because my chair. It's mostly my chair. It hurts my back after a while. Let's see. Interesting. There we go. Because I'm still trying to 100% like Resident Evil Village and stuff, but of course I don't have um I don't have the space on my laptop. It's not able to play a game like that on there. I think I've mostly I have so many games I need to update, and I'm going to also try to play Enshrouded more because Enshrouded actually kind of seems pretty cool. I was playing it for a while on stream and then I stopped. So I'm gonna go back to that as well. And I have some horror games that I really need to play and finish as well. So we're gonna get there. Hopefully. Don't know when, but hopefully. Bro, you dropped the price of the game. I think I got it on sale anyways. And there's a couple zombie games I really want to play. Like there's one called If Sun Sets, which is a zombie game. Obviously, I'm still playing Surrounded. Um, there's what's the other one? I got another one called Vane, which is another one that I would really like to play on here. What's the other one? Basically, there's like several games that I'm trying to get started on. If you haven't heard of Vane, it's still fairly new. It's a it's another zombie game, and it's almost like well, hi Minxie. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on. Come on, baby. There you go. Oh, hi. Well, okay. Well, there's no camera at the moment because Minxie's standing in front of it. But Vane is a lot like. What are you doing? It's almost like Project Zomboid, but 3D. Okay, well, you got kitty butt. Well, kitty belly kitty paws, kitty butt. Yeah, sweet dude. I'm just gonna let her sit there for a minute while I'm doing something. Um, and we're still playing Alone in the Dark too. Like I haven't finished that one either. What are you doing, honey? Well, you just fell. Way to go. Let's see. Yeah. We're still doing Alone in the Dark. I need to go back to Alone in the Dark actually and do the uh what's it called? Her playthrough. Because you can play as her too. So I've done his. I need to do that ending that I missed. And then I need to do her playthrough still. And then wrap up any like endings. And once I do, that'll be it. It's just once you play one of those games where like you really have to watch like the place like the guide in order to do it, it kind of drains you from wanting to keep playing it. But oh well. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here. Thank you so much, Trigon. Thank you, Elise. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. I'm going to probably stream again sometime this week. I really need to get back to streaming. Like, I need to. I'm struggling with it though, just because of how much I'm working. But I'm hoping this week I will be back to streaming. I need to plan out kind of what I want to be able to stream basically and what times. It's just really hard because the dollar store has me actually closing majority of the time. Like I work evenings there, so if I do start streaming, it'll probably be on the days that I don't work. Will be after I get out of Dollar Tree, which will unfortunately be pretty late at night. So um do I work at the pharmacy tomorrow? No, but I work at the dollar store, I think. Yeah. Wait, right? Okay, yeah, no, because it was Monday, Tuesday, Friday, and then Saturday. Right, yeah. So I work at the dollar store tomorrow evening, but when I get home, because I work 2:15 to 6:15, so when I get home, I will try to stream a game. She's turned off my mic. And we will figure out what game that's going to be. Likely it'll be a game that I'm pretty close to already finishing, so I don't have to start something all over again. Also, if you didn't know, I started a WordPress press blog as well, where I go over with like reviews with each of the games that I've 100%ed. Hi, Minxie. So there's that as well. Just in case you didn't know that that is something I'm doing as well. So when I tell you that I'm kind of spreading myself, hi honey. When I tell you that I'm spreading myself kind of thin, I unfortunately mean it. Like I'm really chewy spreading myself pretty thin, but oh well, shit happens, you know. Hi baby. All right. Well, in the meantime, thank you so much for watching. I will see you all next time when we eventually get like back into a rhythm. Good night, everybody.